crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing. I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Buffalo Bills. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Ready? Move ready. Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Ready? Move ready. Watch the run. Watch the run. Kill.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Throwing now is Allen. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Completes it to Lee. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 59 yards. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Winston. Got his target, Samuel. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Here's Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, wahoo! 54. 56, 56.
Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. First down, here's the run with Anderson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, orbit. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Middle. Pass 85. Alert 3. Smooth.
To throw, it's Allen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Anderson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Anderson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Middle. Hey, box drop. Mike's by 4.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football because that one could very easily have been a 3rd.
Yeah, off balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. On 4th down, they do snap it to Winston. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Winston now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Coleman now. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Black 22. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. He's coming.
Now a give right side, Coleman. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Winston. Open man is heard. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Coleman. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 7, Winston under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your time.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Put that team on the puck. Stop. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Go. 54. I'm coming. Mike spot 4. Pass. Mike spot 4.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check, Mike.
Now Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Wait. Check 20. Wait.
3rd and long for Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Walk 52. Walk 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey. High 7. Mike 4. Watch the pass.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
My
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, Echo.
Allen will try again on second down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Mike spot 4. Hey, Alpha. Mike spot 4. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Monday. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Alert, alert, alert. Hey, Haywood. Mike 54. Mike.
And here's Allen throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, they stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And again, this Buffalo defense there and run support to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Ed Oliver able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Brown. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here we go, here we go. 50's the Mike. Hey, Charlie. Mike's 50. 56, 56. All day.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen, short throw hauled in by Croft. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Gets it to Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Able to get this to Gordon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They run. Anderson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a run with Anderson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, Mike's move. 50. All day, just like that. Just like that. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
From the gun, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, Delta.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Slam, slam, slam. Go, go.
Allen now operating from the gun. This complete to Jones. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Hey, tight. Hey, high 7. 56. Hey, get.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's now 3rd down.
22 jet bomber.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
125. You ain't going nowhere. Tight right. 4 down. Check.
On 1st down, Coleman. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They will run again with Coleman. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Coleman. They find some open field here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
Hey, Echo. You're on mine, baby. Get this. You're on mine.
On first down, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Check out the ring. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Winston. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, Alpha. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
From midfield, here's Allen. Jones has it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
56, check, 56. Let's go, baby, turn up, get that ball. Get that ball. Mike, 56. Hey, tight. Hey, Haywood. 56, Mike, 56. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He completes it to Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, exit. Mike 56, Mike 56.
On second and goal, Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense?
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Niners, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.